Right, I would mostly be wanting to talk to you about genetically modified food and the pros and cons. At the moment in the EU we have a blanket ban on genetically modified crops being grown. Why is GM bad? Well, once you start down the GM route, once you start growing genetically modified crops in this country, there is no going back. Why? Because bees and insects, they aren't restricted to just one field. They will go into a field of genetically modified crop and they will pollinate that, and then they will go to the next door field that isn't growing genetically modified crops, and they will pollinate with that. That means the untainted crop, the traditional crop, has now been pollinated by the GM crop, so it is in that gene of that plant. So you can't get it. It's like a wildfire. Once it starts, you can't stop it. Another argument against GM crops is that it puts food production into the hands of multi-global businesses. It is a fact that all the producers of GM seed doing all the research and all the pushing actually stem from, they were originally and still are, agri-chemical companies. Huge, the biggest in the world. Between them, and I think there's 5, I might be wrong there, but I think there's 5 of these companies. They control 75% of the world's pesticide market. And that's what it's all linked down to. If we start growing GM crops, then it puts food production into the hands of these big businesses. They hold the copyright. You have to buy the seed from them at an escalated price because of the amount of research that has gone into it. And they are the only ones that you can actually buy seed from. All right, I haven't really done it justice, but if you want to find out more about GM and genetically modified products and the pros and cons, go to these 2 websites. The first one is www.gmwatch.org, or go to www.gmfreeze.org. Let's hope that in the coming decade common sense prevails, but unfortunately where money and big business is involved, common sense isn't going to prevail. It's going to be about profits. But if we become aware now and start to campaign against it now, then hopefully our voices will mean something for the future. Anyway, thank you. I'm going to get on with my very snowy day. So, bye-bye.